And welcome to Sell Me Fire. My name is Chris Exusion. You can find me at Chris Ebom on Twitter. This is RiseandFireBets.com. Once again, Sell Me Fire is this week. We had a really successful Scottish Open. David Behrman was on, gave me a winner top 10. Before that, I had Eitan Shander coming out with Dylan Fratelli, top 40. We were running hot here. The betting card's been hot. If you've been following me at Chris Ebom on Twitter, and there's no stopping here. Bringing on one of my favorite golf guys and pretty much one of my favorite sports betting guys out there, the great Harry Mayes. Harry, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Chris. I tell you that that opening theme music got me fired up, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. You always want to rise and fire something heavy like that.
Yeah, that's a nice heavy guitar lick, man. You got me cranked up here.
Oh, absolutely, man. Paying the big bucks for this production. So we're at the Open over here, St. Andrews Old Course. This is really exciting. There's a lot of history with this. The 150th Open. This is being spruced up for like the majors of all majors. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, this is my second favorite major each year. And, you know, this year it has a special significance because it is number 150. It is at the home of golf. And, you know, you got Tiger Woods back in the mix, which has, you know, created a whole lot of stir. Jack Nicklaus is back over there. I mean, this was where he made his last competitive shot on tour, which was a birdie at the 18th hole on Friday after the second round. And he said goodbye to St. Andrews, but they're bringing him back because they're like giving him the key to the city or something. Like he and Ben Franklin and I think maybe one other person has this honor, you know, so he had to come back. So there's a whole lot going on here. You know, Greg Norman has been banished from the property. He's not allowed to eat dinner with any of the former champions. So there's a whole lot of buzz, some good and some a little negative about this week at St. Andrews, but it's fantastic. This is going to be a great week.
Oh, I'm so excited. You know what I actually watched today for the first time ever? The Celebration of Champions, where they had everyone playing out there. They had like special people out there playing and everything, pretty much people on one leg and all this crazy stuff. It was pretty cool to see and see all the legends play. I really liked it because I got to see the course a little bit, see how it was running a little bit for the most part, you know, get a little sneak peek of everything, but it just looks like the ball's gonna be running forever. And you know, I think there's just gonna be good opportunities here. I personally think the conditions are not going to be as crazy with the wind, which we don't know yet. This could be pretty high scoring, low scoring, if you will, because the course they only can lengthen it so much. So it's like it is what it is, and I think it could be very gettable this week.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, they're expecting, I think, some rain on Friday and Saturday at this point, but who knows? I mean, it's Scotland. That can change in 5 minutes. You know, you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. That's the old cliche over there, and it's true. This past week at the Scottish Open, they had wonderful weather. They had a little wind, you know, that kicked up and messed with these guys. But I think, you know, they're going to get a pretty consistent wind this week at St. Andrews. And, you know, these guys, they don't mind rain at all. It's the wind that bothers them. But if they get a consistent wind, they can play it to their game. And the wind is largely going to be coming out of the west and west-southwest this week. So if they'll figure that out during their practice rounds and you know, it plays about 7,300 yards, but it plays a lot shorter than that because of the firmness of it. And you just got to figure out how to control your spin into these huge greens because, you know, you hit that green. There's certain different undulations in the green. You want to stay out of those bunkers, you know, green side bunkers, especially the fairway pot bunkers are death. And if you can stay out of the bunkers and you get a good draw as far as, you know, whatever weather you get, because a lot of luck comes into playing, you know, at this place, luck and skill. I mean, this is always a great champion is crowned here. Don't get me wrong. Some guy's just going to luck his way into this. I don't mean that, but you have to have a little bit of luck when it comes to the draw, the weather, and just staying out of the bunkers at St. Andrews.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a great drive, and then you could just get a bad roll. You could hit, like a good spot, or you could just miss completely off to the side and be perfectly fine. So that's like kind of, you know, the beauty of it all. But hey, I'm looking for something to bet. I'm looking to rise and fire on a play. I mean, you know me. I'm always looking for a good bet.
Right.
You know, I had my last two guests have got me some winners, so I want to keep it rolling here. Go for the hat trick. No pressure. I just wanted you to have you on, just get to talk with you in general.
Well, I mean, this is a guy that I've been targeting here for about 6 to 8 weeks. In fact, I put this in on DraftKings about 6 to 8 weeks ago, and I just checked the number. It has just dropped a slight bit. I mean, there's not a whole lot of value with a player this high up the board, but this is a guy that was top 5 in driving distance last week at the Scottish Open. He was top 20 in driving accuracy at the Scottish Open last week. He was tied for first in par 5 scoring, meaning 8 under par for the week with the par 5s at the Scottish Open. Remember, there were 3 par 5s on that golf course, I believe. And then he was also top 5 in putts per round. Okay, so those are all pretty good indicators. This is a guy who has won the Open Championship before, and he's also finished 4th at St. Andrews. In fact, he missed by 1 shot a 3-man playoff, making it a 4-man playoff back in 2015 when Zach Johnson went on to win and beat Louis Oosthuizen and Mark Leishman in the playoff. And I'm speaking of one Jordan Spieth. He is the guy that I've been targeting for this tournament for a little while now. I got him at plus 1,800, and I just checked on DraftKings. It's plus 1,600. Now that's off a top 10 and a kind of a scratchy round on Sunday at the Scottish Open, and the odds came down a little bit. So I kind of look at that as a positive. The guy didn't win last week. He had a bad day on Sunday, and still his odds have come down. So he had a little Spieth magic last week on Saturday. I don't know if you were watching.
I was watching.
He eagled the 10th and the 15th hole on Saturday.
Eagles,
2 eagles, one on the par 5 10th and the other on the real tough par 4 15th. He also had 5 birdies in a row on Thursday, ended up with a top 10 because he had a bad Sunday. And, after he made a couple of bogeys and realized he wasn't going to win, these guys lose their focus. And the final couple holes coming in, I don't really pay much attention to. But this is a guy who has won this year at Hilton Head. He's gotten a 7th at Colonial, 2nd at the Byron Nelson. He was 2nd in the Open Championship last year to Colin Morikawa at Royal Lytham. He's got the imagination and the creativity that it takes to be successful in this type of a championship. And I just think that, all things are going to be coming together for him. He was also 9th at Carnoustie, which is a real tough track back in 2018 when I think Francesco Molinari came away with the championship. But this guy plays really well. He loves the challenge. He loves, getting up there with his caddy, Michael Greller, and being like, I think I'm going to, I need to take this in, shape this right to left. So it's going to hit that green. He loves that challenge of the artistry. And I think that plays really well this week at this championship. Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, I love it. I already have that bet already booked, so that's an easy sell for me. I was lucky enough on Bet365. They had a boost for him for 22-1, so I have that.
Oh, nice.
So I was very lucky. They're in the great state of New Jersey. They have by far the best odds anywhere in like T20 after first round bets that I always smash all the time. But so that par 5 you were talking about, the one he hit over the hill that I saw. So he hit that ball on a draw, and then it rolled down on the side near the green. So it was like drawing right in. It hit the top of the hill and it rolled down to the green. He had a really inside 10-foot eagle putt. And then that other par 5 you were talking about, he was 109 within. I'm like, just get it within 10 feet. Let's get this birdie. And boom, it went right in.
Exactly.
Because I had him for showdown for DFS on Saturday. So he was my last horse in my lineup. Nice. So I needed some points. So he did that for me. He was like 30% owned, but still, I mean, it all helps at the end of the day. But I am all for that. Jordan Spieth has been fantastic at the Open. This link style course, we talked about creativity. His approach game's been excellent. If you look at what he did last week, he's positive on all strokes gain categories, over 5.5 strokes ball striking. So that's approach and off the tee. And the putter was slightly positive, which is good for him because we know he's due to miss some of those little 3-foot putts that he's known for and everything. I didn't see that last week, which was really nice. I saw it today during the little Champions tournament. So I'm glad he got that out of the way. So I'm very happy about that. I'd rather do it there than this week. But,
They only played, I think, 1, 2, 17, and 18 in that event, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So pretty much. But I had him top 20 last week. I didn't take him outright because I thought he would play well, and I thought it would be more of a concentration for this week. So I loved him top 20. He ended up doing well. David Behrman I had on last week. His play, he told me, was top 10 Spieth, and that got there as well because he fell inside the top 10. So that was a good play by him. So I'm all aboard with the Spieth. This is not a hard sell for me.
Well, it's 1,600 right now for the win and plus 180 for the top 10. So not a whole lot there for you for a top 10, but you might as well take it anyway. Finau and Homa are 2 top 10s that I'm looking at because they're in the 300 range. Finau's plus 300 and Homa plus 350. Homa had a good week last week, and he's a guy that's starting to take his game to all different types of golf courses.
Yeah, he's a guy I actually took last week to win outright and top 20. He fell apart a little bit, but still fell into that top 20. But he was contending for a little bit. I actually live lined him. Was it on Saturday? I believe it was. He was like plus 200 or something crazy. So I took him to each way for a top 5, and he was almost at that top 5. I could have like got like 100 something like crazy.
He was
like
5 under at one point.
Yeah,
on Sunday. Yeah,
yeah. He was making a little charge, but then he fell off, unfortunately. So I couldn't get that top 5. But I cashed the top 20. But Harry, I'm all about it. I love it. Jordan Spieth, I'm already riding it already. Easy sell. Before you go, where can they find you? What do you got going on now and upcoming?
Well, I got a new venture coming up with Eitan Shander coming up. It'll be announced in a couple of days to a week or so. I can't expose it now.
Yes, but I understand.
We got something new coming up there. 3 days a week. You'll be able to find me. And I also, every week with the Odd G's podcast with Jason Martinez. We're actually doing every other week now in June and July, but we'll get back to every week starting in August because football starts up with, training camp and so forth. So that we got that. That's a Bet Parks product. And then the Swing It and Ding It, which is a weekly golf podcast devoted to, everything golf with Jeff Moore, Moose, and Daniel Maslany we've added to the mix in the last couple of weeks. So we've planted our flag down in Jupiter, Florida with Danielle. And
fantastic.
So we got great things going on there weekly on Swing It and Ding It.
Absolutely. Boots on the ground in Jupiter. I love it. And I love you guys from Swing It and Ding It, of course. Met those guys last year at the charity event.
Yeah.
But, yeah, everything's good, man. I absolutely love it. Be sure to check them out at Harry Mayes TU. And let's rise and fire, Harry.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck this week.